natural and man-made. Natural fibers of vegetable origin, example cotton, manila, sisal, hemp, coir, etc., and of animal origin, silk or hair. Ropes are made from PP multifilament fibrillated film, serrated tape or multifilament yarn. PP ropes are popular of polyolefin synthesized from monomer of ethylene. The fiber made by gel spinning has a high degree of molecular orientation resulting in very high tensile strength, making it the strongest fiber in the world. UHMWPE is available under the trade names of Dyneema, Spectra, Platina, etc. UHMWPE ropes can be used in trawling to substitute wire ropes, which helps in weight reduction, drag reduction, a material takes only 1/7 to 1/10 of the time it takes for weathering in the natural environment. Twine and netting sand clay, cement, brick, iron, lead, etc. are different materials used for sinkers. However, easy availability of lead sinkers in different sizes and shapes has made lead a widely used material, replacing locally available materials like stone, brick, and clay.